All right, so when Mandalorian came out, I have to admit, I really wasn't overly excited just because Star Wars has let us down so much in the past. I just kind of figured that was going to be another flop for the record book. But I was wrong. John saved us. He gave us The Mandalorian, which was amazing. I was like, I had hope for Star Wars again. And then when I saw that he was doing the Book of Boba Fett, I was like, all right, bring it. I was literally just counting the seconds and the days and the minutes for this show to start. I saw the first episode at work on the iPad. I actually saw it twice. I know I probably should have been working, but I couldn't wait to get home. I had to see it now. I watched it, and I was like, damn, that was good. That might have been better than The Mandalorian. That was really good. Called up Toy Shiz. I'm like, bro, what'd you think? He goes, I liked it. No, I loved it. Yeah, me too. Called my other boy Brock. What'd you think? He goes, that was sick, bro. That was really good. That was really good. Then episode 2 came along, Book of Boba Fett. I was like, oh my God. They got more huts. They got more huts. Come on, my huts is like one of the coolest thing in Star Wars ever of all time. And now there's 2 of them. Whoo! First thing I did, called up Toy Shiz. Bro, did you see it? Yeah. It was good. Yeah, it was good. It was really good. I was super excited. Called Brock up. What'd you think, man? It was good. It was really good. And I was like, holy shit. I can't wait till Wednesday. I can't wait. Now that Supercross is back on TV, I actually got 2 big TV days, so I look forward to Saturday and now Wednesday, which is crazy when you have 2 epic events to watch on TV. I don't really watch too much TV because a lot of the shows are just shit. Like all the Disney shit is just shit. But now I got something good. And so I was sitting there waiting. I'm like, oh man, here we go. Book of Boba Fett 3, episode 3, coming out. I'm super excited to see it. And then for some reason, I don't know if it's the director that directed this one or who wrote this one, but this is where they jumped the shark. Now, granted, they completely dropped the ball with those fucked up teen spirit Vespa biker gang. What the fuck, John? Did Catherine Kennedy direct this bitch? Did she fire you and not tell anybody? What the fuck happened in that episode? I noticed that in comments, like when people were talking about Book of Boba Fett, I would take it personal. I feel like me and John are friends. And when they were talking shit about episode 1 and episode 2 or Mandalorian, I was like, man, fuck you guys. This is Star Wars. This shit is good. And then when they did episode 3, I was like, I don't know how to defend that, man. That was garbage. John, this is the guy that single-handedly saved Marvel. He saved Marvel. There was no more Marvel. Marvel was done. Then he made Iron Man, and it came back to life. They actually quit making Marvel action figures and started making Image action figures. Todd put Marvel out of business. Marvel was so shitty, nobody cared about Marvel until this man came along. We owe Marvel to this man right here. If it wasn't for him, you wouldn't have half the action figures that you have. And then this guy saved Star Wars, single-handedly saved Star Wars. You saw that shit that Catherine Kennedy did to it. You saw those last 3 movies. Oh, God. And my dumbass actually bought the action figures. I don't know why I didn't like the movies then. I hate them now. And for some reason I bought the toys. I want to get rid of them. Just not all the Star Wars. Just for those last 3 movies. God, it was shit. And then he got his hands on Mandalorian, turned it around, gave us Grogu, bring Luke back. And for you haters that didn't like when Luke came back, fuck you. that bring a tear to my eye. I got goosebumps on my skin. That was one of the coolest moments of nerd history to me when Luke came back. If you didn't like that, man, we definitely couldn't be friends. Like, that was a big moment for me. That was like when he bring the Hutts back. When he rolled that Rancor in, you're like, oh, come on, man. If they would have rolled that Rancor in before they tried to sell everybody that shitty 6-inch Rancor, you know it would have hit its mark. I bet Hasbro's sitting there going, fuck. Why didn't you tell us? Why didn't you tell us the Rancor was coming back? We would have held off on this and we would have made our money. We would have doubled our money. Enough about this bullshit. Let's check out some Mandalorian figures and some throwback figures. The throwback figures are weird because if you're just now getting into the Star Wars game, you're doomed, man. There's too much. There's thousands of figures. I don't get it. If you're gonna make Star Wars at this point, just take the new shit, not the crap Disney bullshit. Just the shit that he's doing. I'm not digging the cartoons. These Disney shows are fucking crap. I know I see that you guys in the comments are like, oh, it wasn't too bad. But no, it's all crap. It sucks. If you ever liked Marvel, like back when Marvel was Marvel, like in the comics before it got woke and bullshit, it's impossible to like these new TV shows. They're all garbage. I wonder if you could turn those around. What do you think, John? What happened in episode 3? Let's check this shit out.
It's not the first time I've seen the side of you. I'm through, and now you're walking on such a thin line, and I'm about to lose my nerve when all of this has cost me so much. Now leaving in the dust everything we had. You threw it away, and I have wasted too much love.
Alright, so first off, we're going to check out this Cole figure, the Ugnaught guy, which nobody ever calls him by his name. At least I don't. I always call him the Ugnaught guy. He was an extremely cool character. We finally got an action figure for it. Man, they just don't show us any love at all on this 3 3/4 shit. Like, when they give us this, once again, they kill it. Star Wars 3 3/4 always kills it. Pinless articulation. The articulation is amazing for this little figure. The downside of this little figure, this thing's going to set you back about $14. Yep, $14. Paint apps are great. The figure's great. The sculpt is great. Original sculpt. Everything about it's great. The 3 3/4 line, if you guys slept on this, which you probably did, considering you had to start on this line about 20 years ago to make it current. One more reason why they shouldn't be fucking around with Star Wars anymore. They should just stick with like Boba Fett. God, they got so many toys to make for Boba Fett that they'll never do. I don't know why, but they won't. They don't give a shit about Star Wars 3 3/4. It doesn't really seem like they give a shit about Star Wars anymore anyways. But enough about this figure. I went ahead and pulled out one of the old Ugnaughts for a comparison. I always liked the Ugnaughts. I thought they were really cool. The fact that they put him on a little blurb, and now we can't get the blurb. Why can't we get the creature that he rides on? Who thought it was a good idea to make this and not give us that little thing that he rides on? Give us 2. I'd buy 2 of them for I can put my Mando on one of them. And then you have the fish head guy. I don't even know his name. I don't even know how to read his name. So we're just going to go ahead and call him the fish head guy. He comes with this little cool accessory, which is awesome. I think that it's one of those coins and then that lights up so you can have the Mandalorian hold that, which is amazing that they gave. That's an accessory, guys. For the guys at Marvel Legends giving us those bullshit shit accessories or no accessories, this is what an accessory is supposed to look like. Accessory perfection right there. Good job, Star Wars 3 3/4. Then you have the fish head guy with that. They killed it. The head sculpt is amazing. Once again, all of these perfect action figures. I got no complaints. I don't know how they could improve this. This is a 3 3/4 inch action figure. Tons of great sculpt. Tons of great paint. I can't say enough good things about this line. Well, I can say that the character selection sucks because we should have got this thing like a year ago. Like, I don't know why they can't get ahead of the curve on this. Like, I know that John didn't want to tell those bitches what was coming out because they'd probably leak it and blow it and ruin the story for everybody. I get that, John. Thank you for that. But these things have been out for a minute. Like, come on, man. Give us all the figures for Mandalorian. And then next year, give us all the cool, badass figures for the Book of Boba Fett. I would even buy another bullshit repainted Rancor. You put a ring in the Rancor's nose, I'll buy him again, man. Maybe I'll show you my Rancor. It's been a minute since you've seen that. Then you have the Bo-Katan figure, which I don't know. Maybe I'm just a hater or something. I didn't really care for her too much in the movie, mostly because I think that she was just like, wanting to hate on Mandalorian. She wanted that dark saber, and I was like, bitch, you can't have that. Like, you didn't earn that. Like, let it go. You fucked up. You had an opportunity. You should have taken it. You didn't get it. Let it go. I mean, she's cool. I think it's cool that you can actually have her hold the helmet. Like, I did that with the Mandalorian, too. Once again, a perfect action figure. Looks just like the character. Great articulation on a figure that's small. Great sculpt, great paint. They kill it once again. And then when they were doing the Bib Fortuna, I was like, Bib Fortuna. I was like, man, we've got a few of these. And then I was talking to my boy Brock, and I was like, man, we don't need another one. We got a great one. And he goes, no, look at it. Compare it. Which I have another one of these. I only pulled out one. There are 3 different Bib Fortunas that I saw just offhand. There could possibly be more. But when you look at these two side by side, you're like, okay, all right. Maybe we did need a new Bib Fortuna. But we didn't need this one. We needed the one for the Book of Boba Fett. That's the one that we needed. That's the one that we should have got. I think he's a little bit fatter, looks a little different. I'm sure he has a different costume. Why didn't you give us that one? Don't give us the one for the Return of the Jedi. Give us the one that we need. Give us the one for the Boba Fett. This one is a great placeholder. I understand that you think that you needed to do it, and I'm not mad at you for doing it after looking at this new one. Actually, the old one holds up. Look at this. They actually painted fingernails on it. Marvel Legends will do a 6-inch Build-A-Figure and won't paint fingernails on it. And then they do it on this. Like, amazing. I love the soft goods on it. Like they even layered it. And sculpted pants underneath. They killed it. Once again, Bib Fortuna. And then you have the Lobot. And I was like, oh, God, I don't think we need another Lobot, do we? And I just called my boy Brock. I was like, I know we have Lobot. He goes, no, all new sculpt. That's how they do it. These people, they don't fuck around with repaints and bullshit, reusing parts. Almost every figure is 100% new every time. And when you pull out the old one, which I have multiple old ones, this is like the best old one. So this is now my replacement for this. So now I got all these old Lobots, and I don't know what the fuck to do with them because he's only in one scene. I'm like, what do I do with all this shit? But who cares? I actually like that this one comes with a little laser pointer. This one comes with a gun. God, he's good. Action figure perfection. Once again, they did it once again. And then they made the Rebel Soldier, and I was like, oh, man, army building, okay, cool, let's do it. And my boy Brock was like, oh, no, he's all new. Once again, you got to get him. He's really good. You can't sleep on this one. You got to get him. I looked at all of my Rebel Soldiers. None of them are in this costume. So not only did they give us a brand new character in a brand new costume, which is awesome, and he's like the best one that I have. I went through every one, and this is the closest one that I could find to match this one, and they're completely different. Once again, they killed it. Another perfect action figure. Congratulations, guys. And then you have the Chibo down here. I know that I pulled him out in the last video, but then after I got him out of the package, I realized that you could do two totally different T-Bows. He comes with 2 different hoods, different accessories, a different holder for his knife. Once again, I saw him you don't really see Star Wars 3 3/4 too much around here, so I figured I should probably go ahead and pick him up. Why not? You can't have too many Ewoks in your Ewok village. And here's one of the old ones. I pulled out that for a comparison, which I still like all the old ones, but the new ones are amazing. That's it. You know what? Let's show you that fucking Rancor real quick. I know it's been a minute. Let me grab a light too, because it's dark over there. Here's the Jabba Palace for you guys that have been watching me for a minute. I've showed this thing to you a few times. This is the one where I actually took the Bib Fortuna out. There's Jabba. Could you imagine, like, I mean, I don't want to trash this thing. Like, I made this thing. I don't do dioramas. I know that my work is not up to par to some of the shit that's out there. But this is like my favorite scene in Star Wars ever of all time. So I was like, I should probably do this. But could you imagine if I redid the throne and put Boba Fett on there, how cool that would be. Like, I made all this shit, guys. Like, and I know the wall shit, like, is nothing great. But at the same time, I didn't know that they were going to do that one. Like, I would have thrown, like, that one in there. I forgot that he even had the light. And I'm sitting here shining it on the ground. So here you go. It's cool. Like, you can kind of look through there and, like, see it. And then down here, like, it's stacked. The thing's super heavy. I got my Rancor pit with my Rancor monster. Put the gate in there. I know it's not that film accurate, but I kind of forgot how it was going to go, and then I did it. But I got the gate over there. I know the gates are wrong, but they look cool in here, I think. There's a scene where he eats the guard. Luke's getting ready to fuck him up. But once again, you make that guy, put a ring in that nose. I'd buy that again. I don't want to, because I know that the price is going to be just insane. And then I went ahead and did the little gel sales on here. For the footprint of this, I got it out of the one of the Star Wars books. And I tried to follow it as close to that as I could. Way back there where Elephant Man is stairs. And then the stairs actually wrap all the way around over to here. Got more Gamorrean guards. Never really, I mean, there's a lot of details I always said I was going to finish, but I never did. And that's like that kind of like the holding cell, or one of the holding cells back there. I mean, I like it. I love it, actually. Let's go, Brandon.